Yeah, that went to some funky, weird places. Doing a little sampling here, trying to find some good vocals in like F sharp minor. Kind of build on what I already find. I want to find kind of a harmony thing that I can use. No, just looking for something just like this, just noises. Okay, we can throw a couple of those into the Braterio Versio. Get a little blob of goo going. Shit, I just recorded that. Okay, I gotta turn regen off completely and let it completely cycle and dump whatever was in the... Ooh. Just giving it some time. Okay. I forgot. I can't talk. As soon as this knob gets turned up, I can't talk. Otherwise, everything goes into it. Okay, let's see how that combo sounds. Because it should layer over itself. I mean, that's the whole point of this. A little crunchy. It's alright. Let's get a couple sloths going for kind of general modulation duties on a lot of things. So let's go like... Let's do a purple for the purple one, like a medium apathy sloths. Today is, alas, my last vacation day before I go back to work tomorrow. Sigh. I'm debating the other modulation source. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is put one of these guys in here and give it maximum amplitude. good deal of negative offset too. Okay, and that just kind of does its thing. It flexes up and down and so on. Vocals themselves should be here. And I hear nothing. Oh, there it is. They are very occasional, let's say. Yeah, we need to start a clock too, otherwise... So I've got some weird stuff going on to the mix and the freeze control on this thing. And what is this? This should be bipolar random, yeah, half notes, so that's good.
Don't cry.
And then it's turning freeze on and off. So every once in a while the mix will go like all the way wet and it'll freeze and all you'll hear is just like interestingly weird frozen reverb tail. That's the theory anyways. And we can make it just super weird by like turning up the slice and dice on the Stardust. Like that. But I kind of want it backwards. So just so it just turns weird, you know? And it would be a good idea to probably filter it a little bit too. Roll off a little of that high end and the low end. Lo-fi-atize it by 60%. And you can hear the frozen reverb. Vaguely. Very, 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 very vaguely. Okay. So that's two parts of the trifecta. The other one being the R-bar. Does, well... Yeah. I'm thinking here, what would be a good idea to maybe make a chords part of some sort. Let's put these guys on like 2 whole notes. And then maybe put it on like random. Alright, so I should probably set my key, because yeah, we are in F sharp minor here. Which is a little weird. So I want to put my bottom note here at... So we're going to go up a... Oop, I got to do a thing here. Damn it. Okay, so I got to go... Nope, no, no, no. Dink, 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 dink. There. We needed to go dink on everything. Son of a bitch. Okay, so now we go up 5. And then we go up 8. Or 9. We go up 9 just in case occasionally we do hit a major chord. Okay. Hey, Nick. So these guys are all going to be just like F sharp minor chords, but once in a while I'm going to put one on a like a D major, dink-a-dink dink. Yes. And then like an E major chord, and then maybe one of them. Like that. Okay. And then all of these will get basically max length gate. This is all going to yonder demon core. You know. Be nice to stereoize this guy. Which I guess we could just do with chorus. That would be easy. And maybe take 2 if they'll reach. They will. Hooray. Doink. Ding dink. And then dink dink. There it is. Boost here. There we go. Oh. I don't like that one. And then I think a probability on every step of like 50 or let's say like almost 2/3 to just not play. And then it just doesn't really play that often, you know? Oh, hey, Jason. Okay. Now, leave us build a base of some sort. Yeah, the other way to do this would be like make this part really short. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so the concept here, all right, what I'm thinking about here, right, is make this really like a 2-note part, all right? We're going to make this 2 notes, and then I'll just put it on, it's already on random. Okay, cool. So then let me change the second chord to a sus2. Because I think that would be cooler. But keep in mind that the other parts are like shut off, right? So it's only doing the first 2 notes here. But then there's a 2/3 for, you know, chance of them just not playing. But what we do then is we change it so that the subsequencer is controlling the bass and this. So that way it sounds cool. So we'll put this on really slow, like maybe like 4 whole notes, random. Okay. And then only do a couple of these steps. Changing. Like maybe 3 steps and put the rest of them at 0. Maybe 2 steps. Let's just keep it at that. So we'll keep it super, super simple. F sharp minor, but we'll go down to D major to E major. I think it's an E major. Yeah. Yeah, I have a noise gate on my microphone, and I have an air purifier running in the background, and it's like cranking right now. That's the only thing that you're hearing. Okay, yeah, so then let's get a bass part going, and we'll just keep it ultra, ultra simple. Let's make it like whole notes, 4 notes long. And they'll basically all be like F sharps, except one like 5th. Go up a 5th. And we'll just have it forward, you know, moving forwards. Maybe we'll go really long. No, we could keep it just the same. 2 whole notes for everything. So yeah, let's try that. See what happens. If it don't work, it don't work. Ain't no big thing. Realizing that there are no filters that have like more than 2 inputs in my rack. Like, that's it. That's all you got. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense, but you know. All right, let's get this thing patched up here. And then I think something similar on this, just to do a probability of about a third of the time it's just not going to play. All right. And then what that will do is kind of force the envelopes that I use to, you know, take over, to make a nice long drawn out sound that, you know, you can actually hear. So like even if the vector doesn't play a note, it's still going to be making sound to a certain extent. Okay, now I need to tune this up quite a bit here. Oh God! Hello! Too much resonance and you're a bandpass. And we need sub. Envelope. Bro, why are you so angry? Huh? Why are you so angry, bro? Doink. Doink. Yoink. Yoink. Good old B0. Nothing wrong with a little B0. We'll lean it to the left and we'll make it nice and long. 6.66 seconds? What are you trying to do, Zadar? Yeah, that's a little intense. And it should also go a lot longer than that. Hello, Host Metal. That was cool. Still a little bit too hot on that filter level. And I do want a little pad of just like constant just drone. So then honestly the bass, that frequency, very twitchy on this thing, by the way. Honestly, what I should do is just turn down the voltage level from the envelope itself. Or put it down to like 5 volts there. There we go. Just a nice, gentle little swell. And then what we should have is the chords matching the bass. Always. Okay, this is gonna be dank. I can tell. Maybe put the bass back up an octave? I don't know. Let's see here. You know, here's what I think I kind of want to do. I kind of want to have like a... Let's make a super fast sequence. Here, we'll make like a 5-note sequence on like 64th notes. Too fast. That's only one layer of vocals. This is just my blob of goop. So they're just looping and repeating over and over and over and over again. Over each other. So they just sort of swell up and down. You know? Although I'm considering putting that to maybe. We'll get to that. Okay. Yeah, so a really fast, like really fast little sequence. But one that you're only going to hear every once in a while. Because the whole thing is just going to go through CA and stuff, you know. So this is, to be honest, it's more of a sound effect than anything else, because it's going to be like every once in a while, you know?
Which is kind of nifty, I think. I think it's pretty awesome.
Play. Gates. No gates. No sound for you. Part 5. Doing things. Output going to input. Output going to thing. No sound? What am I doing wrong? This is the gate. It's the control. Octaves. Okay. What is the... Oh. Yep, I forgot. Okay, so like... maybe faster? Not too late, Tracy. I've only been going for a little under 30 minutes. Let's change this to, so, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is do the old slow the clock way down and use a rare gate on... We don't need this guy at all. This guy, this is doing VCAs on the carry, which we don't need. Let's just put it in number 2. It. Just kind of do a little swell. That's all we need. Just a little... not terribly slow. There. So now we should get just a nice, every once in a while, just a nice happy little... and it will match with the chords and the bass that are playing. Because they're all being controlled by the same randomized subsequence. Oh God! Yeah, that's a bit heavy on the modulation there, huh? Yeah, I think so. I think maybe so, yeah. So let's just trigger it. Let's go even less. That's even less, and that's like too little. It's too little. Need just a little bit more. Take the probability down on those chords. I think I want them more frequent. Okay, let's put some stuff into the R bar. Now, there's a thing that I've always wanted to figure out, but it's kind of impossible due to the way that these things get, like, controlled. Which is to have that same sequence somehow controlling the R bar, and you can't do it because, like, what controls the layers on the R bar is like just a straight voltage, volt and a half kind of a thing going into the layer control. So, like, oh, this goes down 4 half steps. Like, you can't do that. There's no way to translate that. It's kind of frustrating. I wish there was. But there ain't. And that's unfortunate. Or like a way to link the random steps of one sequence with the steps on another one. So like when the first sequencer bops around randomly, moving, then that also controls another part. That'd be neat. Okay. So what to put in this thing? In my mind, I'm kind of thinking it should be either like a pad sort of a thing, or it should be like some kind of sound effect that you just sort of pulse out every once in a while. Which, you know, could be done with like percussion, could be done with all sorts of things. Would be interesting, I guess, to do that. It does tend to sound very noisy, like whatever you decide to do. Oh, you know what would be kind of nice? Would be like single notes. Here's what I mean. First of all, I'm gonna use Rhodes. Actually, let's just go direct audio in because then we have to deal with it. Okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten new toys in a while. I'm trying to think what the last thing I actually put in here was. I mean, I got this guy. The HV1 is in here. I had the Deckard's voice for both of these, and instead I have ensemble oscillator and the HV1. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I mean, the IntelliGel Quad VCA is pretty great. I'm waiting for the Cosmic Debris by Infrasonic Audio to come out. Yeah, just be careful on some of those. I've seen some VCAs that are like the response of them is very like, I forget, what is it? Dopefer has that like octolinear VCA, and it's like, oh shit, it's 8 VCers, I think, in like one module, and it's really space efficient. But the response of those, like the CV ins, are not great. They're like just different. Like oftentimes you want a like, it feels like it'd be something, okay, good for CV, but not necessarily good for like audio or something. Okay, so now this is unfiltered. Sure doesn't sound unfiltered to me. Okay, but we're gonna absolutely drench it in internal reverb. Okay, and then basically, what if we put this on like the slowest LFO that I have? Well, the slowest LFO in the oct. And see, here I am thinking of getting rid of the Bloom one because it hasn't really lived up to my expectations. So this is interesting. The problem is, if you think of it as a problem, which I do, the problem is that it's going to the same sequence because it's going through all of the layers, in order. So what we need to do is maybe put this here, and this is number 4, which is a bipolar random voltage. Let's switch off the bipolar. Yeah, it's way too fast though. See. Let's make that even slower. And then sloth that filter. Sloths isn't going to do much because honestly, this is such a narrow frequency band in this thing. Yeah. Yeah, trust, dude. This camera right here. This is a Sony A6000 mirrorless, right? And it looks pretty good. It's going directly into an HDMI mixer into my capture box, which is an Elgato HD60S USB box. But this webcam, as good as it is, it's a Logitech Brio 4K, you know, supposedly really good with low light and blah, 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 blah. Like, there's always flicker, there's always... I don't know, man. I need like $2,000 to just buy new cameras, and fuck that. It's just, ugh, I hate it. Okay, so this is going to be a nice little accompaniment part going. There's only 5-6 voices right now. Let's throw them all together and see what we got so far. Maybe I'll just like patch as it plays. I don't know, man. I always look at State Azure and I'm like, dude, your cameras are so good. Because he's using like really low light and they still look good. But he's got like black magic stuff. Like, dude spent the money on cameras. Okay. Well, yeah, it's I don't know, is it 16 channel or 16 step? I think that's part of it, isn't it? I'm gonna do my plan. I had that thought earlier of putting this vocal blob into the emitter to turn it into a shimmery delay cloud. So let's do that. That guy regen needs to be up like that. Yes, there we go. Let's add a little chaotic LFO to the output of that thing too, so it kind of gets a little fuzzy. That's lovely. Well, the biggest problem that you're going to find with the Bloom is that there's no indication of what you have a step set to. So you're blind. You're working with the sequencer and you don't know what you're putting in. That's my biggest complaint with it. But I'm not using it for what it's designed for. And that's, you know, obviously that's my fault. So... Okay, this is all well and good, but I thought right away of like an eerie, funky, cool sound effect that I could rig. So let's do that now that it's fresh in my mind. And so what I want is a rare gate, essentially. So like the easy way to do that would be to just set something to... Yeah, I had a Hermod Plus too, and I got rid of mine. I just did not gel with it. So, yeah, and then I got the Vector, and I got the Vector Mark II. I got two of them. At some point, I would like to have both of them working. I think that would be a lot of coolness. But hey, Twin Cities Oxygen, what's going on? Okay, so here's the thing, right? All right, when you think about generative, right, we're like, oh, it's got to be random, or it's got to be, you know, machine generated, or something like, you know, you set up the conditions. But one of the things in that is like, hey, if I want a sound to occur every once in a while, and only every once in a while, okay, how do I do that? Because with generative stuff, let's say you set a really low probability for something. There is still a probability of it playing multiple times in a row, which for like a sound effect is not ideal, right? So what you kind of have to embrace is that when you get really long, there's no longer any sense of rhythm. Like if this is playing every 16 whole notes at 64 BPM, right? Yeah, and I have the comparator, but that does the same thing because sloths through a comparator can fall absolutely into that trap of like, oh, my voltage is like spiking over and over up here, and you hear the thing over and over and over and over, and you're like, oh my God, I created a monster. I found the best result is just to make yourself a really long sequence. So like the listener doesn't know that it's like clocked and regular because it's too long. There's no way to keep track of that. You know, and if you want it irregular, I mean, it'd be an easy thing. Add a step here. Now it's 9 steps, and I'm going to just put one gate on step 1, and this is part 3. So this is going to control the whole thing, basically. Is this one gate pattern? All right. So, think what I want to do is have a burst generator controlled by that gate pattern, right? But I want it to be kind of slow. This is like way fast. Okay. So it should just go pew, 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 like so. All right. So what I want to do is take 2 outputs from that envelope. All right. So I'm going to use a doowacky cable here. A deuter of a cable. If it oh, you son of a bitch. You're not going to reach because you're asshole. So we're going to basically have two envelopes. One of them is going to control the... what's the calabash for? It's a shaker A. So every once in a while, I like using percussion into the R bar or into like a sample or whatever. So yeah, I got claves and a gankogi here and all kinds of random junk getting in my stuff. All right. So, like I said, one of these envelopes is going to go... Hey, breathalyzer. One of these is going to go into the pitch of a basic... Just whatever. Let's just go in here. Here. Even VCO. I realized on this thing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's got 10 different octave settings. That's crazy. Name me an oscillator that has that much of a range, especially a basic analog oscillator. This is probably not going to reach, is it? Yeah, it actually is. Just barely. Oh, shit. Nope. Don't like it. Hate it. Hate it. It's too tight. Too tight. Let's go the even waveform out. I might need to filter this. Let's just do a filter. Why not? We'll throw it through the dual dagger, and we'll probably roll off a little bit of each, but not a lot. Right, this guy, 2 more cables. We need an output, and we're going to go into delay C legs for that. And then we need this guy going into the amp. Okay. So, first of all, if I hit go, I should hear a thing. Well, that was incredibly lame. Okay, so number one, the one that's going to pitch has to be way the fuck down voltage-wise. It's going 10 volts. That's 10 octaves. So let's put 2 volts. And then let's chill on it. Okay, yeah. Okay, you did your thing. Cool. Let's make that last longer. This is going to take a lot of trial and error. Okay, now the second one is controlling volume. Like so. All right. What I want though is a bit of a slower start on both of these. So I think I do need to change the pitch. Now it's just going to sound like a demented bird. And I'm okay with that. Let's get to like the D1, D0. See, I don't like that at the beginning. That's kind of annoying. Alright, we'll go with D0. We'll make it kind of long. We can bump the octave up too. Alright, that's good for the pitch, but for the volume, I want it to be more of a like a swell. So maybe we put this guy like so. That's getting closer. So there's a gentle balance between, hey, how long is the VCA opening, and how far is the pitch moving, in response. So like if I turn down the time on that first one, the pitch envelope. There, see, we get more movement. And let's bump that up. Okay, now we can filter the output. Kind of narrow the frequency band down by a lot. So it's just like a little tiny little thing. And then you add the delay and you get... And then that'll just happen every once in a while. It'll be like, okay, cool. That weird noise happened. Let's, and then of course the Moogly way, which is, when in doubt, throw it through a shit pile of reverb and delay and it'll sound good. It's true. Can't deny me. You know I'm right. How about a little wind? Except I'm using my favorite wind filter. It's unfortunate. Anybody else got a filter with a VCA built in? Oh, yeah, Piston Honda. Piston Honda. That could be a thing. Yeah, let's try something here. White noise. And maybe just kind of like use this. Actually, here, let's just do this the easy way. Something that I know is going to work because I'm more confident. Just like put this into analog filter, right? Bandpass, good amount of res, and then we'll just throw it into VCA. I don't use VCAs that much, like at all, ever. That is not an input, you dummy. You dumb bastard. Hey, get in there. Okay. Wind, we'll just stick in channel 1. There's our wind. Done. No, not quite. It ain't done yet. So we'll go sloths here for the filter frequency. I think I kind of need the faster one. Yeah, Cozy. Okay, but I kind of want to put just a slow sloths into the VCA. Got a little 1U inertia hanging out over here. So then there's this. Okay, so right now it's giving us negative voltages. Put it on this side. This should be positives right now. Yeah. So we only hear this, you know, every once in a while the slow sloths will rise and we'll hear it theoretically. Okay. All right, let's throw it all together and see what we got. Not gonna be that much different than last time. Just that it's got happy little bonuses. Happy little bonuses are happy. And bonus. can do a lot with a basic analog oscillator and a good amount of control over it. Like, you know, I'm just using one filter, one VCA, one oscillator. But having like the doubling cables and stuff, skip the stackables or the hopscotches or whatever, super duper helpful. And now, of course, warning to all my photosensitive friends out there. Look away, look away. Slow LFO going into the FM oscillator. Just the weird birds. Just to give it some pitch variation. Like that sounded like actual birds. Yeah, I have a couple. Not right now, I don't. But the Weston HV1, Z-Count Dimension. Those are both wavetables. My racks are in modular grid links underneath here, title and description. myself, actually. This might be my favorite thing. Which is just this. Like layers of vocal overdubs. With a filter flex. Going through the emitter with shimmer. That's just so damn nice. Yeah, that was really, really cool. So, alas, I'm back to work this week, so chances of midweek streams are pretty low, but mostly just because I do have other things. It's going to be kind of a busy week, so. Anyways, thanks for joining me. See you soon.